Hello, bonjour, hola. It's Wendy from Tortuga Learning. I'm excited to present today's video, Plan and Capture 2020. I'm excited to do this with the help of this planner that I've received just yesterday. And I'm not sponsored, but I wanted to use this to give you an idea of how you too might be able to plan out 2020. Now this planner is the Amanda Rach Lee 2020 Doodle Planner. Anybody who doesn't know Amanda Rach Lee, you can check her out online at AmandaRachLee.com, I believe is the her page online. But you can also find her on YouTube, and there she presents all sorts of ideas of how you can set out a planner if you are a bullet journal person or if you just have a regular planner and you like doodling. She shows you all sorts of different spreads that you can use to be able to plan out your life. Now, I'm not a doodler. I wish I was, but I certainly couldn't do anything like this. This planner is to help anybody who doodles or doesn't doodle. It's sort of an adult coloring book and planner all in one. Now, the order of this planner was fairly seamless. She had it all set up online, and I started the order within an hour of it being posted. And it was easy to do all of the work. I chose the color teal, which is sort of a blue jean color. She has 5 colors in all, but you can check it out online to see what colors you might like. The cost of the planner was $45.90. Now this is all done in US dollars. With the shipping added, it came to $57.20. So to convert that into Canadian, that's about $76.23. Which is fairly expensive for a planner. However, that said, any other American planners that you order that are all completely done, they cost about the same. It took a long time, as I said, to arrive, and I finally received it yesterday, January 3rd. The size is A5, and it looks quite fine. It's a bit thicker than a typical journal. I'll try and get my Look-Turn journal up, and you can see the difference between my bullet journal, its size, and Amanda Rach Lee's. You can also tell while I have this up that the colors are a little bit different. Amanda's is quite white, which is beautiful, and the Look-Turn is sort of a yellowy beige color, which is fine for bullet journaling, but as far as trying to do anything with pictures and such, it's lovely to have the white. You'll also notice that it's fairly thick compared to the Look-Turn 1917, and that's because the paper is a higher grade or higher weight paper. It's 160 GSM. The size, as I said, is an A5, and I'll take this off, and you can see all of the doodles on the front. She's done the same on the back. She's mimicked them on the back. And then on the spine, if you can make it out, it says 2020. So I'll always have this to be able to go back and see what sort of things I did on 2020. It has a beautiful elastic. It's nice thick elastic, and as well a pen loop. So let's open it up and look inside. Now on a basic flip through, you can see that all of the pages have something on them. So if you're looking for a bullet journal per se, this might not be the one to go for. She does have some bullet pages, and I'll talk about those a little bit later. But in the back, she has the typical thing you find in a lot of planners now, this little envelope, and it has the ribbing along the side. I like the fact that the envelope comes right up to the edge, so it's nice and easy for putting in rulers, or if you have extra papers and things that you want to save, you could put them in there. At the front, starting to peek out already, is a letter that came with the planner, and this is a letter to you that Amanda Rach Lee has sent out to all of her hashtag little doodlers. I'm obviously not a doodler, and I'm not little, I'm north of 50, but it's a lovely letter that gives some ideas of what you can do to fill in the pages. She has on the other side how you can customize and track and fill in things like the mood trackers. So it's all very easy to understand for anybody, young or old. As well, you see on the front page here, she has it set up so that you can fill in your own information in case you're taking it around and it gets lost. People will know where to send it back to. As I said, most of the pages have something in it. I'm going to go through January so you can see what sort of things, how she has it set up. As well, it comes with these two, they're fairly simple, two ribbons that match the same color as the journal on the outside. So let's start at the beginning. It's a very good place to start. She has her little quote here and then an overview of 2020, so that's great. When you're going to look at specific dates, you can see what day they're on right away. You open it up and she asks you to perhaps fill in these reflection questions, things like what's your highlight from last year, something that I learned last year, what I was grateful for last year, which is also always a really good thing to keep in mind. What are our accomplishments, but also what are we thankful for from the year that's passed, and what I want to leave in 2019, things that you just don't care to remember or continue on with. It's often good we learn from our mistakes. On the next page, she has goals. What I want to accomplish this year, something I want to learn this year, how I want to feel this year, and what I want to bring into 2020. Now, what I will be writing on this page is my theme for this year is transformation. In the description box below, sorry, not in the description box, in the comments down below, please tell me what your theme word is. If you have a theme word for 2020, what will it be? She has next this things to check out, so you could write down movies that you want to see, books you want to read, music that you'd like to listen to, other web sites or YouTube people you'd like to watch. Then she has, as I said, it's like a bullet journal. She then has 3 pages that are bullet journal type pages with the dot matrix. Now each dot matrix is 39 dots high by 32 dots across, which for somebody who uses bullet journals, that's nice for trying to divide up the page. The one problem that I have with the book is that there are no page numbers anywhere in the book, and that makes sense because it is a planner that has the whole year set out. But it would be very difficult to find this information except to go through from the beginning to find out what you want to put on. But that's great for future logs or for practicing lettering or even just to put stickers or photos in the area. And I'm going to show you the layout for January because she has the same basic layout for each month except with a different theme. She starts off with a quote and some of her doodles with room for you to be able to doodle some more. And then she has the month on the facing page, the next page. We turn this page and we can see the whole month in one glance. So this is great for putting down your appointments, just general information. I'll be putting down birth dates on here as well as the appointments. And then she has a long note section down below, and of course the doodles are on the outside. Next in each month, she has a habit tracker. Now, just like this habit tracker, there's 3, 6, 9 of them. I thought that was a little bit daunting when I first looked at it because I know there's 1 or 2 habits that I'd like to keep track of, and then I started to think of some other habits that I would fill in so that I'm using the journal to the best of its ability. But things like I'm going to track my water intake in the morning and my water intake in the afternoon and evening. I'll be tracking my exercise regime, what I've completed with it, all sorts of trackers with regards to my cleaning at home. Just it's unlimited. There are many YouTubers that talk about different habits, so you can get ideas from them. Then around the outside, she has some doodles. Now, some of the months don't have the doodles on the bottom, and I kind of like that because I would set up a little index saying what I would put in for each of the months with regard to the habit. And you can also jot down what your goal is for those habits. On the right hand side, she always has a circular mood tracker, and I'll try and show you in the bottom here. She tracks the moods with that it's sad, not great, meh, it's getting better, and it's wonderful, or however you want to put words to those symbols. This tracker is done up that way so that you can fill in 5 colors, and then in each of the days of the month you would correspond your color to your mood. It comes up quite beautifully as a colored image. I'll probably just be using the symbols because I don't know if I'll have time to do all of the coloring. Next, we have goals, and I think it's always important for us to break down our big time goals for 2020 into smaller goals. Like any big jobs, you have to take these small steps in order to really reach them. So with the goals, having a goal each month allows you to take those bigger goals and break them down into bite-sized sections. She has a part for faves for the month, so whatever favorite movie or shows or books that you read or songs that you heard or favorite moments. And then she has one page in each month of the bullet journal dot matrix. You turn the page, and this is where she has her weeks at a glance. Now, personally, I would have liked her to have started the weeks at a glance on Sunday. She starts them on Monday, but she does have a notes section here, so I might be moving my Sundays into that area for each of the weeks, but each to their own. Each area has the number for the number in the month. So she started with 30th of December and 31st of December before she got into the 1st of January, which is lovely. She does that all the way through, keeping the weeks all together. It's enough room to be able to track a few, like I would say 3 tasks, and I'm also going to try and put 3 affirmations for each of the days. And you can fill in your appointments, or you can fill in things that you've accomplished, and again she has the thematic doodle across the top of it. So that's January. It continues on through before we get into February, which I think is just gorgeous. She has blossoms or cherry blossoms. Then, as I said, it continues like that through the rest of the book, and I won't show you every month, but she has the different themes for each of the months. And then we get into, here we have December, the weeks at a glance. I'm just trying to pass through to get you to the ending. So at the end, she has 12 pages of bullet journals or bullet dot matrix. And I like these. I've decided that each month I'm going to have use of this to be a brain dump and to put my tasks for the month. And then I'll be able to use it like I do a normal bullet journal with its different symbols. And if you'd like me to show you how I do that, please feel free to write down in the comments that you'd like a better planner or a monthly planner layout that I can show you how I fill it in through the month. Then, of course, at the end of 2020, she asks you to reflect again, or she gives you this option to reflect. So highlights from this year, something I learned this year, what I was grateful for this year, and what I want to leave in 2020, just like she had in the 2019. And then she closes it with inhale the future and exhale the past before you get back to that pocket at the very end. So overall, I really like this journal. I think it's going to be a great tracker for what I do through the days and what I want to track in to do in any given day or any given month. I think it has an okay set of pages for dot matrix. It turns out the total is 28 with 3 at the beginning, 1 for each month, and then the 13 at the very end. I love that it's a full layout because I would like to be more creative, but I do know that doodling is not my thing. However, maybe I'll use this as a bit of a coloring book for some of those down times, because it's really important that even if you're planning, to also plan in breaks. Some of the things I'm not thrilled about is I would have liked to have had an index and have the pages numbered so that I'd have an easy reference area to see where certain things had happened. I like being able to look at the front and see that I have my list, say, for canoe camping that I did on one of my brain dumps, instead of having to leaf through. But it's not that big. I think I'll be able to leaf through and find them. Some of the way through it, there is this where you can track with the 2 ribbons. I would probably use one ribbon that would have the month at a glance page set, and then the second ribbon would probably be used for the week at a time. I'm kind of toying between whether I'll put it there or whether I put it with the trackers so that each day I keep up on the tracking. And that's the important thing too. It has the tracking, but I'm not going to be so strict with the tracking. I'm just going to hopefully use it so I can see some areas that are working well and judge some areas that need some changes. I think it's really important when we're planning for any given time period, whether it's a week, a month, or for the whole year, that we keep in mind what we're doing well and what we want to change along the way. The book itself, I hope it stays together. It's starting to, I don't know if you can see it, but it's starting to form kind of an odd shape. It's no longer a square, it's kind of a rhomboid, or no longer a rectangle, it's kind of a rhomboid. But I hope that's not going to cause any problems down the line. Section down below, I want to ask you, what type of planner do you use? Or why or how are you able to plan without using a planner? And hopefully people in the comment section, our community, will be able to share their ideas and come up with ways to make 2020 a really good year as we continue on forward. Thank you. Please share, subscribe, and come back again. You can press on the little bell and it'll give you notifications whenever I upload. Until the next time, miigwech. Thank you.